E, alteration of the calendar and adjournment of the House to resume on 8th July 2025 by the Honorable Nicholas Nzioka. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Next order.
Order number 8, procedural motion, shortening of maturity of a bill.
May I invite Honorable Nicholas Nzioka, Majority Leader, to come forward and take us through that procedure.
Honorable Speaker, I wish to move the motion that, pursuant to Standing Order number 116,
this House resolves to shorten the time for introduction of the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2025, that is Kenya Gazette Supplementary number 3,
Machakos County Bills number 2, from 7 days to 3 days to ensure the bill is approved in time. I call upon the Chair of Budget to second.
Thank you very much, members. I now propose the question that, pursuant to Standing Order number 116, this House resolves to shorten the time for introduction of the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2025, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 3, that is Machakos County Bills number 2, from 7 days to 3 days to ensure that this bill is approved in time. Before I invite members to debate this motion, may I call the mover to come and take us through the report. Sorry, I'm well guided, members. I invite members to debate this motion. I put the question. Thank you, members. I now put the question that, pursuant to Standing Order number 116, this House resolves to shorten the time for introduction of Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2025, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 3, that is Machakos County Bills number 2, from 7 days to 3 days to ensure the bill is approved in time. As many are of the opinion, say ayes. Ayes. As many are of the contrary opinion, say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 9, procedural motion, shortening of maturity of a bill.
May I invite Honorable Nicholas Nzioka, Majority Leader, to come and take us through the motion.
Honorable Speaker, I wish to move the motion that, pursuant to Standing Order number 116, this House resolved to shorten the time for introduction of the Machakos County Appropriation Bill of 2025, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 4, that is Machakos County Bills number 3, from 7 days to 3 days to ensure the bill is approved in time. And I call upon the Chair Budget to second.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, honorable members. I now put the question that, pursuant, I now propose the question that, pursuant to Standing Order number 116, this House resolves to shorten the time for introduction of Machakos County Appropriation Bill 2025, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 4, Machakos County Bills number 3, from 7 days to 3 days to ensure the bill is approved in time. I now put the question that, pursuant to Standing Order number 116, this House resolves to shorten the time for introduction of the Machakos County Appropriation Bill 2025, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 4, that is Machakos County Bills number 3, from 7 days to 3 days to ensure the bill is approved in time. As many are of the opinion, say ayes. Ayes.
As many are of the contrary opinion, say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 10, the Machakos County Supplementary Appropriation Bill 2025, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 3, Machakos County Bills number 2, first reading.
I hereby invite the clerk to read the title of the bill.
A bill for an act of the County Assembly of Machakos to authorize the issuance of a sum of money out of the County Revenue Fund and its application towards the service of the year ending 30th June 2025, and to appropriate that sum and the sum voted on account by the County Assembly for certain public services and purposes.
Thank you, Clerk. I hereby commit the bill to the Budget and Appropriation Committee for consideration. Next order.
Order number 11, the Machakos County Appropriation Bill 2025, Kenya Gazette Supplement number 4, Machakos County Bills number 3, first reading.
I invite the clerk to read the title of the bill.
A bill for an act of the County Assembly of Machakos to authorize the issuance of a sum of money out of the County Revenue Fund and its application towards the services of the year ending 30th June 2026, and to appropriate that sum and the sum voted on account by the County Assembly for certain public services and purposes.
Thank you, Clerk. I hereby commit the bill to the Budget and Appropriation Committee for consideration. Next order.
Order number 12, motion. Approval of reports of supplementary budget estimates for the financial year 2024-2025.
May I invite Honorable Dominic Dambuki, Chairperson, Budget and Appropriation Committee, to come forward and take us through that motion.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Pursuant to Standing Order number 208, I wish to move the motion that this Assembly adopts the report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee on the second supplementary budget estimates for the county government and the Assembly for the fiscal year 2024-2025, tabled in the Assembly on 24th June 2025. I call upon Honorable Judas Ndao to second.
Thank you, honorable members. I now propose the question that this Assembly adopts the report of the Budget and Appropriation Committee on the second supplementary budget estimates for the county government and the Assembly for the financial year 2024-2025, tabled in the Assembly on 24th June 2025. Before I invite members to debate this motion, I'll ask the mover to come and take us through the highlights of the report.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I'm going to take the House through highlights of the report, and I would request that we move together. Honorable Speaker, allow me, in the interest of time, to go to page 3 of the report. Overview. Honorable Speaker, the second supplementary budget for fiscal year 2024-2025 was tabled before the House on 11th June 2025 and committed to the Budget and Appropriations Committee. Further, additional notes on supplementary budget fiscal year 2024-2025 were submitted to the Assembly on 20th June 2025. The supplementary budget is prepared in accordance with Section 135, subsection 2 of PFMA of 2012, which stipulates that a county government shall submit a supplementary budget in support.
Point of order, Madam Speaker.
Yes.
Sorry for the interruption. Madam Speaker, we will request that we be furnished with a copy of the document that the chair budget is taking us through.
Okay.
Thank you.
Noted. Clerk, Can we have all members supplied with this document? WhatsApp. Understand is on the WhatsApp. Is it WhatsApp or website? Website. Yes, Honorable Member.
As much as we want to speed up the process, you made a ruling that any document which you are debating should be with us actually 2 hours before the meeting. Up to now, the report is not there. It cannot tell us that it's on our website when you know we have an official forum where we normally get those documents. So it's important that we have the documents so that when the chairman is taking us through it, that we know what he's talking about. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much. Can it be shared on the WhatsApp immediately, instantly? You're doing it or you've communicated with? Okay. It's already there. Thank you. We can proceed. Honorable Chair, proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and apologies from the Budget and Appropriations Committee for that lapse. Allow me to pick from where I had left. The law provides that an appropriation act can only be amended through a supplementary budget. And therefore, Machakos County second supplementary budget for fiscal year 2024-2025 seeks to amend the fiscal year 2024-2025 Appropriation Act to accommodate internal vote realignments and cater for increase in resource envelope. Honorable Speaker, allow me to go to page 4 on adherence to legal provisions. The format, structure, and content of supplementary budget is as stipulated in legal documents, that is the Kenya Constitution of 2010, Article 201, PFM Act of 2012, Section 135, Subsection 2, and Section 39 of PFM Regulations of 2015. Some gaps have been observed in the second supplementary budget for fiscal year 2024-2025, particularly in regard to format, content, and structure of the documents. These are as follows. 1. Section 135 of PFMA 2012 limits the County Assembly reallocation in a supplementary budget to not more than 10% of the approved budget estimates of a program of some votes unless it is for unforeseen and unavoidable need as defined in Section 112 of PFMA of 2012. PFM Regulations 39, Regulation 9, further expounds on this legal provision. The County Treasury has not adhered to this legal provision. 2. Some new items have been introduced in the supplementary budget, contrary to Regulation 40, Sub-Order 8 of PFM Regulations of 2015. Some of the proposed key changes in the second supplementary budget are: 1. Increase in the recurrent budget from 10,825,820,350 Kenya shillings to 10,840,667,664 Kenya shillings. 2. It further proposes to increase the development expenditure from 4,799,578,286 Kenya shillings to 5,032,026,027 Kenya shillings. Under the recurrent budget, the major changes are coming from the following. A. Department of Health increased by 200,095,479 Kenya shillings. B. Department of Finance, Economic Planning and Revenue Management decreased by 37,591,029 Kenya shillings. C. County Assembly decreased by 170,157,138 Kenya shillings. D. Department of Gender, Youth, Sports and Social Welfare increased by 8.5 million Kenya shillings. E. Department of Lands, Urban Development, Housing and Energy increased by 14 million Kenya shillings. Under the development budget, the major changes are coming from the following departments. A. Finance, Economic Planning and Revenue Management increased by 245,700,270 Kenya shillings. B. Gender, Youth, Sports and Social Welfare decreased by 13,252,529 Kenya shillings. C. Education decreased by 8 million. D. Devolution increased by 8 million. Honorable Speaker, In financing the second supplementary budget estimates for fiscal year 2024-2025, the following were the sources. 1. Own source revenue. The county government has increased its own source revenue from 2,788,961,509 Kenya shillings to 3,077,603,429 Kenya shillings. 2. Equitable share. Pursuant to Article 201, Sub-Article 1 of the Constitution, the equitable share allocated to the county government of Machakos in fiscal year 2024-2025, based on the revenue raised nationally, is revised downwards from 9,914,003,936 Kenya shillings to 9,597,223,940 Kenya shillings. 3. Conditional grants. The conditional grants increase is from 1,436,949,815 Kenya shillings to 1,495,596,108 Kenya shillings. Hospital revenues. The county government has revised upward the hospital revenues from 687 million to 903,877,867 Kenya shillings. Equalization fund. The county government has retained the equalization fund at 12,923,347 Kenya shillings. Unconditional grants. The county government has reduced the unconditional grants from 1,708,218 Kenya shillings to 1,617,189 Kenya shillings. Honorable Speaker, the expenditures proposed by the county government of Machakos have increased from 15,625,398,636 Kenya shillings to 15,872,693,691 Kenya shillings, consisting of A. Recurrent expenditure of 10,840,667,664 Kenya shillings to cater for personnel emoluments of 6,676,065,969 Kenya shillings, operations and maintenance expenses of 3,983,834,506 Kenya shillings, and current transfers of 180,767,189 Kenya shillings. B. Development expenditure of 5,032,026,027 Kenya shillings, consisting of capital or transfers and grants of 1,348,812 Kenya shillings, and acquisition of assets amounting to 4,031,677,215 Kenya shillings. This translates to a development ratio of 32%, while the personnel emolument ratio stands at 42%. The development ratio complies with fiscal responsibility principles, which requires the same to be at least 30%, while the ratio on personnel emoluments is more than the set threshold of 35% of the total revenue. Honorable Speaker, allow me to take the House to the last page of the report, which is page 14, to break down the recurrent and development allocations. That will give a summary of what is contained in the report from page 6 all the way to page 10. Department 1, Office of the Governor. Approved supplementary 2 recurrent budget, 797,345,769 Kenya shillings. Approved supplementary 2 development budget, 53,312,174 Kenya shillings. Total for the Office of the Governor, 850,657,943 Kenya shillings. Department of Devolution, approved supplementary 2 recurrent budget, 1,252,348,036 Kenya shillings. Approved supplementary 2 development budget, 67,558,044 Kenya shillings. Total on Department of Devolution, 1,319,906,080 Kenya shillings. Department of Trade, Industry, Tourism and Innovation, recurrent, 156,576,868 Kenya shillings. The development, 266,584,567 Kenya shillings. Total for Department of Trade, Industry, Tourism and Innovation, 423,161,435 Kenya shillings. Department of Finance, Economic Planning and Revenue Management. Recurrent, 1,153,331,417 Kenya shillings. Development, 993,957,761 Kenya shillings. Total for Department of Finance, Economic Planning and Revenue Management, 2,147,218,178 Kenya shillings. Department of Agriculture, Food Security and Cooperative Development. Recurrent, 227,236,359 Kenya shillings. Development, 455,393,212 Kenya shillings. Total for Department of Agriculture, Food Security and Cooperative Development, 732,629,571 Kenya shillings. Department of Health, recurrent, 4,547,392,259 Kenya shillings. Development, 607,578,996 Kenya shillings. Total for Department of Health, 5,154,971,255 Kenya shillings. Department of Roads, Transport and Public Works, recurrent, 277,315,520 Kenya shillings. Development, 208,886,465 Kenya shillings. Total Department of Roads, Transport and Public Works, 1,086,201,985 Kenya shillings. Department of Education, recurrent, 762,572,320 Kenya shillings. Recurrent, 97,787,708 Kenya shillings. Total, 860,360,028 Kenya shillings. Department of Lands, Urban Development, Housing and Energy. Recurrent, 265,203,441 Kenya shillings. Development, 345,760,161 Kenya shillings. Total, 610,963,602 Kenya shillings. Department of Youth, Gender, Sports and Social Welfare. Recurrent, 152,471,665 Kenya shillings. Development, 194,441,334 Kenya shillings. Total, 346,912,999 Kenya shillings. Water, Irrigation, Environment and Climate Change. Recurrent, 163,600,496 Kenya shillings. Development, 664,088,175 Kenya shillings. Total, 827,688,671 Kenya shillings. County Public Service Board, recurrent, 38,013,709 Kenya shillings. Development, 18 million Kenya shillings. Total, 56,013,709 Kenya shillings. County Assembly, recurrent, 944,156,126 Kenya shillings. Development, 174.4 million Kenya shillings. Total, 1,118,556,126 Kenya shillings. County Attorney, recurrent, 86,851,773 Kenya shillings. No development budget, so total is 86,851,773 Kenya shillings. Total on recurrent, 10,874,415,757 Kenya shillings, giving a translation of 69.61% of the total budget. On development, totals 4,747,748,597 Kenya shillings, giving a translation of 30.39% of the total budget. The total budget is 15,622,164,354 Kenya shillings. Honorable Speaker, allow me to take the House back to page 10 of the report, where we are giving highlights of the committee's observations. In processing the supplementary budget, the committee made the following observations. A, additional provision for other capital grants and transfers, that is pending bills for KRA tax arrears, under Department of Finance for 288.64 million Kenya shillings. B, provision for compensation of employees exceeds the set legal limit of that 5% and currently stands at 42%. C, reallocations in some departments are more than the stipulated 10% in the PFMA Act, section 39, section 39, subsection 9, which states that in approving any estimates under section 135 and 154, the county assembly approval shall not exceed 10% of the approved budget estimates of a program of a sub-vote unless it is for an unforeseen and unavoidable need. For instance, in the following departments under development, that is finance, education, and health, and under recurrent expenditure, the Department of Health, the law allows the county assembly to approve a higher percentage, in particular on special circumstances, as stipulated in section 135.
Let's pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and legislative assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor us, your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interest you have committed to our charge. Amen. Good morning, honorable members. Welcome to today's sitting. I request the clerk to take us through.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
May I invite Honorable Nicholas Nzioka to come forward and table the papers.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I stand in order number 27 to request extension of time. Honorable Speaker, that aware that standing order number 27 sub-order 2 provides that the Speaker shall interrupt business at 12:30 p.m. for the morning sitting. Aware that standing order number 27 sub-order 3 provides that the House may resolve to extend its sitting time. Honorable Speaker, aware that standing order number 27 sub-order 4 requires a motion to extend sitting time to be moved at least 30 minutes before the time appointed of adjournment.
Honorable D.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move the motion that the House resolves to extend its sitting time until the business of the day is accomplished. I call Honorable Mwanga to second.
Madam Speaker, I've been called to second this motion, but Madam Speaker, looking at the time now, this motion should have been moved about 30 minutes ago. So I'm asking that you invoke standing order
number 1, then we proceed so that we can be as per the standing orders, Madam Speaker.
Then I invoke that one, but still ask you to proceed and second.
Then, thank you, I support.
The question that this House resolves to extend its sitting time until the business of the day is concluded.
Honorable Speaker, I wish to lay the following papers on the table of the Assembly today, Tuesday, 24th June 2025. Number 1, the Machakos County Social Protection and Empowerment Policy. Number 2, the Machakos County Persons with Disability Fund Administration Regulations of 2025. And number 3, third quarter report for the Department of Health Services for the financial year 2024-2025.
Thank you very much.